de Hanjo, I say. How you doing, everybody? Alright, I was waiting for the flurry of beeps. Yeah, my SIM card was full. I was out a couple of times for short rips. And the first time, I thought my battery died. And so I charged it up real good. Second time, I had time for a quick rip. I had a lot on my mind. And I got that flurry of beeps. It was my SIM card, of course. And yeah, I was having trouble. I got an external hard drive for the computer I'm using. And it had to be, I don't know, erased and reformatted or what. Easy for you, I'm sure. You know, but I'm from a different time and place. So not as easy for me. But it's done. SIM card has a little bit of room. And yeah. Anyhow, so here we go. I got some, you know, videos in the tank. And but yeah, it's just been one of those seasons where oh, we got lines on the road. Nice. Yeah, whatever. None of that matters. Anyhow, I could have said none of that, and you'd know just as much as you know now. Anyhow, yeah, the paving job on this road was really nice. Nice job, town of whatever town we're. Town of Norwood, Massachusetts. Anyhow, yeah, a couple of things I wanted to talk about. A couple of things in my sphere of life have closed recently. And yeah, so just first of all, Aerosmith, they're done, as you well know. Steven Tyler, his vocal cords, man, they're absolutely destroyed, and it's just not worth trying to do what you can't do anymore. So I feel for the guy, because when that thing that is your defining activity on Earth is gone, especially suddenly, you know, and you know, you've worked as tirelessly, as faithfully, and as successfully as, you know, Steven Tyler has. It's got to be really, really tough. I know when my knees finally went bad and I got the bad lungs from, I swear it was from working in a moldy building. But when that happened to me, and I couldn't, you know, be like, you know, maintain any kind of athletic level, it was really pretty hard for me to adjust. I still haven't adjusted to that. But you know, I wasn't a professional athlete, although I was active every day. Steven Tyler, however, has been a professional since the dawn of time. Yeah, my wife's aunt grew up with him, Steven Tylerico. And yeah, like, apparently he's the real deal. Nice guy. And my aunt actually knew him because he had or has a house in a town called Marshfield, Massachusetts, and that's where she was living. And she said he went to a PTO meeting once and he was wearing pink pants. And no one was surprised, because who he is on stage is pretty much who he is, from my understanding. So pretty, you know, I guess that's upsetting news. My friend had New Year's Eve concert tickets to, you know, Aerosmith New Year's Eve. So he's super bummed. But he was bummed while we were attending Metallica, which was a bucket list for all of us that were there. So, you know, I guess you take a little medicine with the cure. So anyhow, too bad. Another thing that has closed, my college, my alma mater, which is, yeah, it was not much of a mater, I suppose, in the long run. But while I was there, it was quite a terrific college for a fellow like me, Eastern Nazarene College in Quincy. And it is defunct. And you know, many of us sort of close to the college have seen the long, slow drift into demise, and we're kind of wondering what the heck was going on. You know, as with any institution, you know, you go through different leaders, and not everybody's on the same page. And you know, if you ask the people who are up top right now why the school's closing, they've got the same old sob story, you know, economy, and we can't get anyone to enroll, and blah blah blah, some of which is probably true. However, you know, from an outside, somewhat non-biased perspective, I've seen them, you know, they cut 2 or 3 or 4 of the majors that were at that college, that were, at least a couple of them were unique and tremendously taught, fantastic professors and stuff. They cut those majors in favor of STEM stuff, which you can do anywhere. So they cut what made them unique and sought after and worth traveling to from thousands of miles away, to something you can get in your own backyard cheaper. And that's not good, you know. And I've seen the way they've, you know, they sort of like, you know, I'm not going to get into it in trash talk, but it's like, you know, there's been signs, and I feel like there's been ample opportunity to correct the ship, and hasn't been done. You know, it's unfortunate. I don't know, whatever. That's enough of that. But they're closing, and you know, I always half jokingly joked that when they changed their school mascot, that was the sign of the end times for the school. And it's been years since they changed the mascot, but you know, I've got, you know, at least one person who joked with me about, you know, about that. My prediction has come true. But anyhow, it's too bad. I like I said, I had a tremendous, that going to college there was a renaissance for me. And the college professors that I had, some of whom are dead, some of whom moved on or were moved on and wound up in much better environments. You know, one of my most influential college professors ended up out in San Diego and just doing terrifically well. And but man, give him permission for this young crazy person who had no real direction. You know, and then I suffered my 1.5-year bout with mono, where my tonsils rotted out and my life changed forever. I went from a type A and a type A body to a type A and a type B body. I always say, like, I was ADHD maybe, and then the H fell off when I had mono. And so there you go. But anyhow, yeah, it's just, I'm sorry to see them go. But I'm not surprised. Anyhow, the other, and here's where you motorcycle folk, maybe I should have led with this so you could just click off. But my hot and cold motorcycle shop down in West Bridgewater, Monty's, you know, I've had a hot and cold relationship with them. And but it started to warm up there. And you'll remember that I had, I don't remember what did they replace? My rear master cylinder? Yeah, they did some repairs on my bike. What was it, last summer or something? And I had a totally different experience there. There was life a little bit in the walls. And the people behind the counter seemed to enjoy their jobs, you know, and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy. And then all of a sudden, I found out through the grapevine that they are not Monty's Cycle Shop anymore. They've been bought by or sold to a large, I'm going to pull over here. I got a biker behind me, but I don't want to deal with that. They've been bought out by a large dealership. Yeah, a network of dealerships. So, anyhow, they are now, I think it's Revolution Road, Harley Davidson. And so Revolution Road, of course, they got the dude with the tricorn hat, and he's biting down on pistons because he's tough. And I don't know if I like the logo or not, but it's different. And the long and the short of it is, you know, it was a mom and pop bike shop for a long time. There was a lot of like home field advantage sort of stuff. So like people who had been there forever, you know, had like a great experience, but people like me who was like, give them a shot on and off, didn't always have a great time. They didn't seem to like really progress too far. They were always like they're always like on the Facebook advertising the same, you know, I'm gonna spare you the stories, but you know, it's the same veterans ride, and that's like those rides, that's all they're posting, and it's like, that's great for the veterans, but there's so many other people, and it's such a busy area. You know, it's right in the middle of a couple of large towns, and so if that's the only offer, well, it's great for those people, but it's just not good for who else is getting drawn into the doors except for the people who've already been going there for 55 years, and veterans, you know. So man, it was like, that's why I said it was hot and cold, but I got to meet the mechanic, and yeah, the new guy behind the counter was really energetic and stuff. But now they're sold, and to a network of dealers, Revolution Road or whatever, and so I don't know what's the thing. What's the guy's name? Is Cheese, right? He was a food dude. Is that, am I confusing two different people who just got bought out? But anyhow, I don't know. Now I'm afraid, because I need engine mounts. My engine mounts are shot. I need an oil change. I can't do an oil change in the shed raj because it's not clean. I'll end up with all kinds of heebie-jeebies in my engine. And I, you know, most like my rear tire, the valve stem is not long enough to get my pump on it. So I got to figure something out with that. And so I was the reason I found out they got bought out just a week or so ago was because I went online to try to book an appointment to get an oil change and get an estimate on engine mount replacement. And I don't have money for an engine mount replacement, but I thought, geez, if it's the same guys behind the counter, or if it's Eddie still working, maybe they give me a little break or something, if I, to give them a little bit of content here and there. And, because like I said, my last experience was actually really good with them. And, but now that is in the past. So, my goodness, Aerosmith, my alma mater, and my hot and cold, but as of late, hot dealership, all gone. Bye-bye. And I'm not sure what to do, because you go to a place that's owned by a, it's like a place that owns several locations. See you later. That's what happened at Mum's in my area, although maybe I got to give them another shot. But like, you're done getting like local deals. Like, somebody doesn't give a rip about you because they're making enough money across the board that they can charge max and not worry about losing sleep over it. So that's good grief. And my good buddy Stu is out of town, so he was a godsend because I trusted him. He did exceptional work, exceptional, and my bike would come back cleaner than I brought it in, but man, are those days gone? Maybe not out in the country where you are, let me know, but here in the in southwest suburban Boston, I could drive to the other side of the city and find something, or I could, but there's nowhere else to go. And all my friend Stu, the contacts that he had all retired or bid it. So hey, that's where I'm at now, man. Oil change and engine mounts, probably voltage regulator before my next inspection, unless I can just give the old flickaroo. You let it flash. There you go. There's my blinker. Yeah, do the same with my other blinker. And maybe I can pass, but if he has me hold them for a long period, then I'm not going to pass, and that stinks. Stinks as much as that classic car that just lit up the tires in front of us. Anyhow, that's it. Matt the Greeter, I care about you. Glad to have a nearly empty SIM card again. Well, my yapping, it's probably full again. And but yeah, man, cool. I'll talk to you guys soon. I'd love to catch up to this car, but I'm just not sure that is going to be feasible. So hang with me till we get to this light. If it's red, maybe I can angle so you can get a good shot. The GoPro, it puts everything far away. This guy could take a left. Come on, take a left, Teddy. Take a left, dude. Now, if I can just sneak over here. Now, sorry guys. Hey, you know, you do what you can do. Teddy doesn't understand, right? He doesn't know you're all watching this, and all 5 of you, my beautiful subscribers. I love you all. Hey guys, I'll talk to you soon. Matt the Greeter. Bye.